What are you looking for tonight?
I'm Reed Cowan, live at one of many dispensaries, marijuana dispensaries here in Nevada, that is just about to start a new chapter, turning a page, and it's a green page. We've got team coverage throughout the valley tonight in southern Nevada. Christy Wilcox is at a place called Relief Dispensary. She is with former Las Vegas Mayor Oscar Goodman, who we are told is going to be one of the first to purchase recreational marijuana over there. And then we've got Heather Mills at Shango off of Boulder Highway. I just want to sort of set the scene before I talk to Nevada State Senator Tig Segerblum, who's just standing right over there getting ready to talk to the media. I want to set the scene for what you're seeing right now. Obviously a lot of press here, but right now, before the stroke of midnight, when recreational marijuana sales start in the state of Nevada, you're seeing medical marijuana patients who are being taken care of. There's a separate line for medical patients than those who are buying recreational marijuana. We're told that they have a big supply and that they're going to be okay tonight for supply for medical patients as well as those who want to buy recreational marijuana. Now let's go over here and talk to the man who's been working on this, I thought for the last decade, but he tells me, Senator Segerblum, you said since the 60s. I'm sorry to jump on in here, my friends. Since the 1960s, you say you've been working on this.
Well, working's probably not a good story. Using it since the 60s. But in the 60s, you know, we could see that it was something that people had fun with, and it looked like it was going to be legal pretty soon. And then all of a sudden, the Reagans came in, and the war on drugs, and it went from being something that you could do to something like heroin. And people will spend years in prison and whatever. And now it's fully come full circle, and so now I think we're back to the 60s. And the millennials, to their credit, are like we were in the 60s as far as they're willing to try anything. So it just seems like perfect, and just glad to be here.
And you said a couple of days ago, this is the new Amsterdam, and I know that there was some money in those words. Talk to me about the money for the state of Nevada, where that money will go.
It's going to go to education, but there's $70 million saved for education just in our first budget. But local governments, there's another 8% sales tax, there's 15% wholesale tax, there's 3% gross tax. So every time you buy something here, 33 cents is going to taxes. This is the most heavily taxed and most regulated industry in the whole state. So feel free to spend your money because it's going to a good purpose.
What is your word to people who are going to choose to use tonight about the things you cannot do? And there's a pretty healthy list of things you cannot do.
Right. Well, first off, if you're not supposed to do it anywhere other than your home, so be very cautious how to use it. But, you know, this is Las Vegas, and we're kind of looked the other way when people are having a good time, so I wouldn't panic about it. But ultimately, we need to have a place where people can use it, the tourism particularly.
Can't use it on Las Vegas Strip. Can't use it in your hotel room.
Right. Can't use it in the casino.
Can't use it in a car.
Can't use it in a bar.
Even if you're a passenger in a car.
Right. But if the car is parked and you're not driving, you can. That's your personal possession, so you could do that. But I would encourage that. But people will find a way. But we need to work through that issue, because if we're going to sell this kind of product, make this much money, we have to find a place where they can say, yes, it's fine to use it.
All right, Senator, we're going to let you go get in line, and we're going to be getting in line with him in just a moment. There's going to be a fireworks show out there. And so I think the best thing to do while we go outside with the Senator and get in line, he's going to be the first in line, and get ready for that fireworks show that you're about to see on live TV, is send it over to Christy Wilcox at Relief. She is expected to be with former Mayor Oscar Goodman. Christy, I'll let you take it away for a little while I get reset outside where the lines are around the block here.
Well, what I had told you during the 11 o'clock hour was that Las Vegas Relief wasn't planning on being here or being open at midnight tonight. They were actually planning on opening up for recreational sales tomorrow morning at midnight. However, that situation has changed. There's many people in line out there for recreational sales. They're going to open their doors. And I am standing here with, of course, former Mayor Oscar Goodman, who plans to make the first sale tonight. Is that right?
I thought I was going to make the first sale, but I'm not allowed to. That's against the law, apparently. I have to be the first buy.
Yes, you are going to make the first.
I thought that we were going to really put history in action here. I've been dreaming about the 18th Amendment and prohibition, and then coming in and with the 21st Amendment and stopping prohibition. I thought it was going to be part of history tonight, but instead I'll probably leave here with something for a dog.
Well, you said earlier that you usually have an early night. You go to bed early. You and your wife do, right? But tonight you're out late. I
am out very, very late for me, but this is very special because I saw that even if you stay out late, they have things here that are for sale. Mints that keep you awake, mints that put you to sleep. I mean, this place has everything.
Okay, so are you going to buy the mints that put you to sleep or keep you awake?
I am probably not going to buy anything for myself to ingest tonight. I think I'm going to test it on our dog.
No.
Actually, on our grand dog.
Oh, no. It's not good for animals. No, don't feed your pets with anything marijuana.
Okay, then how about my fish?
Fish probably would not work either. However,
boy.
okay.
How about my desert tortoises?
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of.
I better pick out something I'm going to take home. I'm not going to leave here empty-handed. That's for sure.
So I'm sure people want to know. You've been around for a long time. What does this mean for
too long? But that's all right. No problem.
What does this mean for the city of Las Vegas?
I think it's great. I mean, Las Vegas is always at the cutting edge of everything that's adult, and this is the first step as far as recreational use of marijuana in the adult wonderland that we have here. I think that many of the restrictions that we now have will be loosened up as time goes by and people see that, people can enjoy the product and enjoy the whole experience. And right now, I think they're treading lightly, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. But I think pretty soon it's going to be wide open. Okay,
so real quick, do you have a favorite thing that you saw over here?
Yes, my son.
Oh, well, okay. How about what's on the shelf?
Oh, on the shelf, my son, I think he may be on the shelf before if I don't get to bed soon.
Well, you're going to enjoy your few minutes that you're here, right?
Good time here. I want to see all the people come in. I think they have 5,000 people out there waiting to get in here.
Well, that's a good possibility.
I'm going to have my wife call the fire department and make sure that there are no violations here tonight.
She's in bed, though, right now.
She's in bed, and I daren't wake her. No, they could violate the fire code. I don't care.
Well, that's it. Well, I'm sure we'll talk to you again here in a little while. We're watching the clock count down over here, and you're patiently waiting to be that very first sales here. You have 5 minutes to be the first person.
Okay, I can't wait. Now, I'm not selling. Make that very clear. I'm just buying tonight, and I have no idea what I'm buying.
All right. Well, we're going to leave it up to him to look around on the shelves for now.
I will buy something. I have like little. I was in the sun and everything. Got little marks up. Do you have any? I'm sure they have something I can just slap on my forehead.
Possibly. I don't know. We're going to have to ask the salespeople over here.
I want to buy some marijuana for a forehead.
Marijuana for the forehead. I don't know. We're going to have to ask the experts around here.
I don't know. It sounds good to me.
All right. Well, we're going to send it back to you for now. I am sure I will learn a lot with this man here tonight.
We're going to learn something tonight. Do you have marijuana for the forehead?
All right, Christy Wilcox, what I take from that live shot, a lot, other than a lot of fun being had there, is how many thousands of people just went to their computers to Google, can my dog or my goldfish or my tortoise have marijuana? Thank you so much to the former mayor for talking to us tonight. Godspeed to you. You're a part of Nevada history. Also a part of Nevada history are the considerable amounts of people who are lined up here, not far from the Las Vegas Strip at Reef Dispensary. And we are literally just walking and walking and walking, and my photographer is walking backwards in this crowd. So props to Tuan here. But this gives you an idea of the lines and how long the lines are tonight. And I mean, they're not only out the door and down the block, they're around the block. And a lot of people are really happy to see this happening here tonight. We certainly did not anticipate the crowds. I talked to the man who owns this particular dispensary, and he said that he even didn't anticipate crowds being like this, and it's just huge. Let's talk about the money just for a moment. Tick Segerblum said he thinks within the next 2 years he'll see upwards of $150 million going into state coffers for taxes. To put that into perspective, that's a fourth of the state's infrastructure budget. A fourth of the state's infrastructure budget just in 2 years. So a lot of the people who've been working for this, the sale of not only medical marijuana, but recreational marijuana as well, really feel like there's a huge money benefit to the state of Nevada, and that it will benefit Nevada kids by way of helping education. In fact, Tick Segerblum said waking up tomorrow morning we'll have upwards of $1 million in the coffers for kids. So he's over there in that crowd somewhere. I'm going to get over there and get positioned because they're going to light off some fireworks here, and then he will go in and make one of the first recreational marijuana buys. And in the meantime, we're going to go out to Heather Mills, who is at a dispensary called Shango on Boulder Highway. Heather, take it away.
Yeah, Reed, and you were talking about the money that the state is going to receive. Let's talk about the money people are going to be spending individually. I've been talking to a lot of folks, so we're still trying to figure this out. This is all new. They're thinking, okay, maybe I'll spend about $100. Shango is packed Let's take a look. We've got a line at least a couple hundred. It is already wrapped around kind of twice. So through the parking lot, it's snaking all the way through. And I'm just going to kind of walk with you, Ken, my photographer here, keeping up with me as we make our way to Shango. Now, keep in mind, Shango is 72,000 square feet. What that means is it is large, and they supply 28 dispensaries in town. So there are a lot of folks here who are waiting in line at this primo spot, trying to figure out what they're going to do once they get inside. Like these folks. Hi, guys. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you doing?
What are your names?
I'm Jay.
All right, and you are?
Tina.
Oh, what are you guys here for tonight?
The weed festival, everybody, yeah,
Why come out on the first night?
because that's when it's happening. That's when
I'm
it
an avid
starts.
supporter.
Okay, now you've waited a long time for this. Why wait a couple extra hours?
Because that's what it's worth. It's worth waiting a couple more hours.
Is
It's
it?
fun, yeah.
Okay, and the celebration, it's fun. You're glad
Yeah.
to be here?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, guys. So the crowd is excited. Let's walk this way, Ken, because you'll love this. There is a food truck behind me and all kinds of stuff. So, Reed, I'm going to send it back to you because I know it's busy and it's almost sale time.
Yes, and we are now taking the fireworks live on News 3, showing the turning of a page in a new chapter here in Nevada. Senator Segerbloom, I'm colorblind, but I have a feeling those sparks are green.
They are green. Actually, I hadn't thought of that. Very good.
Trust the colorblind guy. Tonight I can actually see it clearly. It's so green, it's very green.
Yes, and this is a sign of money. This is what Vegas does best.
Yeah. So we'll
This
just...
is Amsterdam on steroids. We take anything like that and make it big and really know how to do it.
And he says steroids in jest. We are now at the stroke of midnight, and with that, recreational marijuana, Senator Segerbloom, is legal in the state of Nevada. Your reaction?
Very proud, very excited, and it's fun to see the voters get what they want. They voted for this, and they're getting it.
All right, I think we're going in.
Go buy some.
All right, I'm going to ask my photographer to get on in here. So I'm going to be right here behind my photographer, making sure he gets in. You're seeing a Nevada state senator coming on in to purchase recreational marijuana legally with the stroke of midnight, live here on News 3. He is asking where he goes. In just a minute, they will ring that buzzer and they will let him go in. We've got national news cameras getting ready to follow him. They just rang the buzzer here. Holding the door for my photographer. And you see the senator there hugging, a lot of legislative work and a lot of discussion here.
This is a historic event.
So where's my...
He's asking where to go.
Okay.
He's going to go this way.
So no jumping in line, even if you are a Nevada state senator.
Okay, all right.
What do you plan on buying? There's so much to buy here.
Well, I was going to buy some Segerbloom Haze, but I have to find the guy that's got it.
Right down here. Okay, so he's being called to come on down here. They've created a strain of marijuana just for the senator, Segerbloom Haze, and they're holding this up.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Here we go. Segerbloom Haze
All right.
and exotic sherbet.
Exotic sherbet. That's even... Gotta try a little bit? Yeah. Woo.
Can you show the viewer?
Very cool. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. All right, so what do I owe somebody? This is the key. This is the tax money. This is for schools, right?
Yes, sir. Schools and roads, right?
How much? Well, we'll do like $40.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Anyway, very special, guys. Thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you, Senator.
You guys know everything.
All right, and from Nevada State Senator Segerbloom over to Christy Wilcox, where something similar is happening. Christy.
Reed, we were talking about being over here at Las Vegas Relief, and former Mayor Oscar Goodman here with his very first purchase here. Tell me what you decided to buy, and actually I'm pretty impressed here. You have the 12 o'clock.
You know, as I said before, I wanted to be a part of history, and I got real lucky here because I didn't buy it at 12:01 like some other people who have been involved in this project, or thereafter, 12 on the button. And I have no idea what I bought. I do.
Yes, you do.
I got Brew Buds, which is very cool. And I bought him mints.
Now, what I was telling you was that Sager Bloom is over with Reed, and that he bought something, but you beat him out, and you actually bought his strain as well.
Well, that could be. Tick has always been a little strained about things, and I'm glad I beat him though, because he's a good sport, and I know he would rather have me win than him win, so I'm very pleased.
Well, congratulations on your first buy there.
Thank you very much. I'll share this with you someday.
All right, we're going to wrap things up here over at Las Vegas Relief. I'm going to send it over to you, Heather.
Okay.
Yeah, Christy, I'm inside Shango now, and you can see a lot of people starting to filter in. Let's flip around here just so you get an idea of what's going on. Lots of folks in line, and you can see the board. The board flashes all the different types of marijuana and the cost. Now, obviously, for a lot of folks, this is new, and they're trying to figure it out as they go, and that's what all of these bud tenders are here to help. So they're assisting everyone with their products. They're going, pulling things out of drawers. It obviously a lot of buzz in here. The first 50 people got gift bags, and they're getting 20% off of all of their sales here at Shango today. So again, you have until 3 o'clock. They're going to be closing at 3 a.m. The line is long. There are a lot of folks here, but as you can see, there's a lot of excitement in the air. Reed, I'll send it back to you.
All right, so this begins the end of News 3 special. This begins the end of News 3 special coverage here at 3 Nevada dispensaries. These are just 3 of several. Some in our valley are open for 24 hours. Others are just having limited hours and will be closing. But no doubt that tomorrow morning when the sun comes up in southern Nevada and all over the state of Nevada, times have changed, and there is a new chapter, a turning of a page and a very green page. You can see Senator Sager Bloom over there, seeing the cameras there. National news is here, local news, and people are beginning to come in to, for the first time in the state of Nevada history, out in the open, in the sunlight, buy recreational marijuana. For a full list of all the do's and don'ts, go to our website, news3lv.com. You can also get a whole list of dispensaries. And also, make sure to tune in News 3 starting very early tomorrow morning. We will have a full show with a wrap-up of what happened here, and then we'll be live at local dispensaries to show the people who are getting up early to buy recreational marijuana. Thank you so much for tuning in and staying with us for News 3's coverage of the beginning of sales for recreational marijuana. We're going to actually show some more of the line here. We have the luxury of a minute, I'm told, so we're going to show a little bit more of the line. Tuan, let's just do this. Let's go out here and show the crowd out here. Let's go ahead and show a little bit more of what was outside is now indoors. Come on. All right, so people are starting to come on in. Let's talk about some of the rules in the luxury of a minute that we have here as we wrap up our News 3 coverage. You can't smoke it in your car. You can't drive. You have to have it at home. You can't smoke it in a hotel room, nowhere on a strip property. And you have to follow a lot of rules that we will post on the News 3 website. The party is definitely out here, as is a huge crowd that's very excited for the beginning of recreational marijuana sales out in the open here in the state of Nevada. All right, so you've been watching News 3 special coverage of this event, the culmination of a lot of legislative effort with recreational marijuana sales now for anybody 21 and over. Thanks for watching.